Gold jackets, like you
They look
talking
like
like
ushers.
Hall of Fame or just like like the you talking about the actual ushers?
Oh yeah, they have gold jackets on.
I don't know what the ushers are wearing in NBA games nowadays. I thought it used to be the red jacket, but ladies and gentlemen, that might be NFL. Welcome to a brand new episode of On It. We are back. You got me. You got Devin. Devin
What they wearing, Drake and Josh?
and Drake and Josh.
Not socks.
It's fine. You know
Is
they
that
didn't do.
weird? That's weird. That's disgusting.
No. I'll let the joke can
Because I
slide.
don't
Just
know anything about that Nickelodeon stuff.
the joke can slide. Just for the, I mean, the fact that there were no like feet jokes in Drake and Josh really. That
Oh,
was
then it was
more
a bad joke.
iCarly, like Victorious era. Victorious is when they went ham on the feet shit.
Yes, they went full hammy on the feet shit.
They went full in on the feet shit. They're like, we need Ariana Grande sucking on her toes right now, and they had her doing it
On the sheet?
on the bed.
Well, no, I meant what?
On the sheet.
Shit feet.
Not,
Feet shit.
no. But
Words are getting weird.
I don't know what you were asking me about Drake and Josh. We've been wearing, but we do got a lot to talk about. We got
The movie theater.
Yeah, the premiere. We got NBA playoff, NBA play-ins, NBA playoffs. We got so to catch everybody up. Last time we spoke, last time we talked
To catch who?
on this
To catch what?
podcast, we talked the West play-ins round one. We predicted the East play-ins for round one. And I mean, as of right now, New Orleans versus Sacramento is happening, is going down as we speak.
No, nothing's going down.
No, it's going down. I mean, it's the
No,
game's
the boys
happening.
are just out there
They're
swinging
hooping.
for the fences.
You gotta think. I mean, this is a playoff game. This is a game.
To
7.
me, this feels like two teams without a leader,
This is a game 7 playoff
and they're
game.
like, hey, how good can we play? And both of them suck.
Oh, they don't. I wouldn't say the Kings are without their leader, but sure.
No, I'm not saying that they're without their leader. I'm saying that they're without a leader.
Oh, okay. I got you. Well, we got a lot to talk about. And I mean, I guess the first thing we do need to talk about. We'll react as this game goes on, but to be honest, like you said, it's not. I mean, it's New Orleans versus Sacramento without Zion. But to be honest with you, after
Winner plays the Thunder.
Winner plays the Thunder. After Miami and Chicago earlier, I honestly don't. I mean, New Orleans can steal this one. Which I mean, that's kind of what I want to talk about first. I mean, Philly beats Miami. So Philly beats Miami. Jimmy out with an MCL injury. Doesn't play.
Injured it in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Played the next 3 quarters.
Played the rest of the game.
Fine.
And then they beat Chicago without Jimmy.
Well, someone dropped the 40 burger. Chicago dropped the 40 burger on Atlanta.
Oh,
Kobe White.
Fucking Kobe.
Kobe went dummy, dude.
He went absolutely nuts. But I'm saying, okay, yeah, Chicago to beat Atlanta, which we'll talk about that. But once Philly beat Miami and Miami lost Jimmy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
their team.
It's over.
Wipe it up. Then they spanked.
They went on a 28-4 run in the first quarter.
Ooh,
they went on a 20. After that, I was like, oh. After that, it pretty much.
There's no recovering from that, and if they do, then it's like an historical moment.
See, but here's the thing: you can 100%, like there is a chance you can come back from a 28-4, run.
Sure. But
especially if it happened in the first quarter.
Yes.
And if they're without their best player. So. I mean,
yes.
The odds, I don't know how much. They're definitely not more in your favor, than against you. But they're at least it gives you more of an edge than you had before. Yeah. I mean, shit. But
But
yeah,
I
no,
mean, how fucking deep are the Heat? I have no idea. I haven't looked at their roster in weeks,
the Heat in
maybe
weeks.
years.
How much you think it changed in the last time you looked at it?
I know one player's changed.
Yeah, no, I mean not much change. I mean it's the Heat without Jimmy Butler,
Yeah,
which I mean
Bam.
is we don't. I mean to be honest with you, what the fuck is the Heat without Jimmy Butler? I'm not gonna lie. I thought they were getting. I
It's
thought they were
Kevin
getting
Love.
smoked.
It's Kevin Love and the gang.
I thought they were going to get smoked
Oh yeah,
by
yeah. No, I
Chicago.
know. Well,
I
the
thought,
well the Bulls were coming in way hot. Philly just. I mean, Miami just lost a close one. Lost their best player. I
but
don't know.
Miami losing to
I
Philly
guess
is
that's what's
fine.
happening here.
Miami losing to Philly is fine. Like
Sure.
I
Yeah.
was
No. I
okay
mean,
with
that's
that.
yeah.
They lost to Philly, and I was under the impression that I mean, I didn't think Jimmy was gonna get hurt. I figured Philly could have won that game, but if Miami lost and went to play for the 8 seed, they were gonna win the 8 seed. I didn't think they were gonna do it without Jimmy,
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
but they did it without Jimmy.
Yeah.
They got to
Well,
see
that's
Boston.
kind of what this situation looks like.
Well, I mean, 10 minutes left. New Orleans is up 11. So I mean, I'm not gonna. De'Aaron Fox, Harrison Barnes clocking in or checking in right now. So I mean, I wouldn't. This game definitely like this game's a lot.
No, I know, but it
It's
hasn't
closer than
been.
what we saw earlier.
No, I know, but it like they've brought it within like 5, and then it just keeps going back over 10 or to 10 or whatever the fuck.
Well, I guess as the pod goes on, we'll talk about this, and once we get this in, we will have our final, I mean, set in stone playoff predictions for round one.
Yeah.
Because last episode, I mean, we pretty much predicted what was available, but I mean, I feel like a couple of them I was kind of going back and forth on, and I was, well, this guy happened, this guy happened. I mean, but this I want winner in how many games, set in stone,
That's
not
it.
changing no matter what. If you were wrong,
No.
you were
Yeah,
wrong.
we need it in writing.
Yeah,
Well, it will
I
be
got,
on the internet, so
I
that
got you.
fucking
Yeah,
makes no difference.
I
But
mean
to
we need it
us,
in
like
writing.
I'm not going back and
Um,
like, hey, yeah, fucking on this episode I said, nope, the Lakers are gonna win in
which
3.
uh,
Yeah.
we'll talk about the Lakers in a little bit. But so Miami, they're in the playoffs. They beat Chicago after losing Jimmy and losing to Philly. Atlanta loses to Chicago. Now, I still am.
Wasn't
I'm
that
not
game
going.
close?
Yeah, it was.
I heard it was close until the end.
I mean, it was. It was one of those games where, like a lot of people watch basketball where they turn the game on with 3 minutes left and they're like, "This is all we need.
Yep.
This is all we need. We cracked the code." This was a game where like you could have sat. Like I mean, I sat watched the whole thing and it was a good game to watch.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't. I will two things. Two things from Atlanta losing to Chicago. I'm still not like DeRozan still needs to walk. Like it's still over. Like I
Yeah,
also
yeah.
Chicago. They just need to. Send Caruso off somewhere. Let him go be a role player somewhere important.
Yeah.
Obviously, DeMar needs to go find a new home next season. But a lot of
We were
people
talking about DeMar getting traded.
we've been waiting for that, but I can't remember exactly. I wish I could. I'd go back and check. I would go back and check, but it ain't worth the struggle to go see what his. I don't know if he has a player option or if he's free agent next season. I honestly can't remember, but people are calling for Trae Young for Atlanta to move on.
Trae Young's gonna be up out of there, bro.
So okay, that's my thing.
Well, Atlanta's, in my opinion, they're not willing to give him anything else. So it's like, hey, do we spend all of our time and effort to try to get something from him or around him, or do we trade him for a first-round pick, buy a new guy to try to build around?
But there's no new guy right now. Like I was watching
Ronnie.
Jeff Teague's podcast. They put it perfect. They were like, bro, this year it seems like the draft is just like teams are just like, well, I mean, I have to draft someone. Like, I guess I'll take you. Like,
Who's the
there's
uh
really like there's like I mean, who you going to play? There's someone good enough. It's like, okay, yeah, we're going to get
Yeah,
rid of Trae Young and we're just
yeah.
going to replace him with
All
player
the
A.
good teams in college basketball this year seemed like just like complete teams. No star, just like
Yeah,
good,
yeah,
solid college basketball
like
team.
Zach Edey is going to go to the NBA and be a great seventh man,
Yeah,
role
like I don't
player.
even know. I have no player comparison for him other
Um,
than fucking Yao Ming. But
yeah, I don't know. I, I, I don't know. He's not going to be some type of Jokic or Joel
no,
Embiid. I tell
no,
you that
he
right
has
now.
no court vision. I mean, he might. He's the
But I
tallest
mean,
guy on
he's
the
also
court.
he's just not as quick. He just doesn't move like they move. To me, from what I've seen,
Yeah, I'm not a scout. I honestly know nothing about his game other than he's fucking big. And when the ball doesn't go to him, his team sucked. Maybe he has an impact, or maybe he's just a fucking Boban Bogdan. Not who's the big dude with a huge nose?
you were on it.
Boban
You're there.
Bogdanovic,
Yeah, you were there.
Marjanovic, whatever the fuck.
Whatever the fuck,
Boban.
they're all one of them. But Chicago, I mean, or Atlanta, moving on from Trae Young. I mean, this isn't, to me, it wouldn't be some type of like, oh, we're getting rid of you and we're like restarting or replacing you. It's we're building around DeJounte.
Really?
I mean, what else? I mean, okay, if you're Atlanta, okay, I mean, if you're Atlanta, are you getting rid of Trae Young and DeJounte Murray? And B, who are you putting
Yeah.
more blame on for the failure, the lack of success for the Hawks? Is it Trae Young or the Hawks? Or
The Hawks.
the head office? To me, I mean, I've been saying this over and over again. I'm a fan of DeJounte Murray, was never a fan of the DeJounte Murray move to Atlanta.
Yeah.
So I mean, for people calling for Trae Young to, I mean, for it, this being his fault, their lack of success, that being his fault. I mean, I don't know. One of the first things I saw was like, you know, he, them talking about his. I wish I had the article up, but they were talking about him not being, I guess, on the court or not being basically ignoring the fact that he was injured and was not playing
Who,
for like
DeJounte?
no Trae Young for
Trey.
like a
Gotcha.
good when he fucked his hand up, like he was not
Yeah.
playing for a while, and like that's kind of when the Hawks dipped. So
Yes.
I mean, I don't know how when he comes back and then they almost get into the playoffs or have a chance to, it's like all of a sudden it's like get rid of Trae Young. I think if anything, at this point, if you want the most success with with him at the as a centerpiece,
Yeah.
at this point keep DeJounte Murray.
Yeah.
It, it obviously works enough, but
Sure.
build around both of them. There's no at this point.
The other thing is like, I mean, how much can you really get in a trade outside of picks for DeJounte and Trey?
separately.
Or together, like I feel like
I mean,
you would have to
you're not
package.
packaging them two together.
No, they're not. No. But I mean, even separately, like, what can you really get out of Trae Young in terms of another like good player? Like, you would have to get a draft pick and like a mid guy.
That's the thing. It's like, who are you going to trade? Like, what player are you putting up that would be worth that for the Hawks?
Yeah.
Because it says, all right, we're going to get rid of Trae Young and just replace him with a cool piece.
Yeah. Do the Hawks wait and try to draft Brownie when he ever decides to?
No.
I heard an interesting point on that the other day, though.
What was that?
I think it was Brian Windhurst, like the big guy on ESPN who's always talking basketball, big white guy.
Okay.
I don't know.
What was he saying?
He was talking about how LeBron clarified that he didn't say that he had to play with Bronny. And he didn't say that Bronny wanted to play with him, but he said that would be ideal. if Bronny played with LeBron. So now they're backpedaling on the whole we're going to be playing together. Bronny might be in the league. Who knows?
I don't think LeBron's backpedaling anything. I think it's
I I think he understands it's kind of unrealistic for them to play together.
see. Here's the thing. I think at one point, I think at some point, I mean, I don't know where tampering comes into play with this, but people are starting to talk. I mean, even us, we're talking about it like it's already set in stone that it's happening.
Yeah,
Like I feel like,
that
and that's
things will
how
be
people.
tampered with.
That's how people talk to LeBron. That's how people talk to LeBron at this point. Like they probably asked him about it so many times, where he's like, "Guys, I said it'd be ideal.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
didn't say I'm going to the team. Like if Bronny, like if I'm not like we don't know. Like relax. Like let
Yeah.
me see what happens. Like in this postseason run. Like
Yeah.
hold on. Now I might have a couple more prime years of me before I go bullshit with Bronny for a little bit.
Exactly.
We
Bullshit.
talked. I mean, we talked. I mean,
That's what we're talking about.
that's most playing talk I have. I mean, besides the playing game we're watching right now, which is the final playing game.
So, correct me if I'm stupid. I am. The playoffs used to just be what 8 teams, right?
You are not stupid, Devin.
Look at me. I'm going good. Wait, if you don't make the 8 teams, you don't make what?
I guess
I
that's
mean,
the. Let's cap off the
the
playing
9 and 10
talk.
are about to get eliminated in the West, and the 9 and 10 are about to get eliminated in the East.
That's. I mean, are you a fan of the plans at all?
I don't think it does anything for this game.
I mean, to me,
Like, who are you giving a chance?
you're
A team
well.
that has never been good enough? What, to have to have a few exciting games, or would you rather have an exciting series with an 8 seed who could be good enough to make a run?
It made sense the 1 year like playoff records were or playoff standings were fucked with because of COVID.
Yeah,
Like it made
to
sense.
like allow these teams to play in because their fucking records are weird.
But I mean now it's kind of like yeah, we're getting to a point where it's like guys, like there's a reason the 9 and 10 seeds are
Yeah,
9 and 10 seeds.
I think the seeding thing helps a lot. That makes a
Miami
lot of sense actually.
Miami still secured the 8 seed without Jimmy.
Without their best player, yeah,
And that's just I mean not to like glaze, but that's just some 8 seed shit. I
yeah,
mean, that's what you do when you're meant to make the playoffs. That's I mean, and that's just I don't know. This is just it's like if like New Orleans makes the playoffs here, it's like bro, it's like because that's what was supposed to happen.
exactly.
It's like play-ins,
Like
play-ins.
brother, they were the 7 seed.
I'll say I'm probably more of a fan of the in-season tourney than I am the play-ins.
I agree. I think the in season. I mean, I think that the play-ins are a complete waste of time. Now that I think about it, because I don't know. I guess I never really paid attention to the early playoffs before, but now that I'm watching these, I'm like, these games mean absolutely nothing. Like these games are what the end of a season is for. Like
I
this
mean,
is just an end of a season game.
like to me, yeah. I mean, it doesn't mean much to me because I mean we're gonna talk about it, but actually, I mean I don't even want to talk about it yet because it would matter if Miami didn't make the playoffs or if New Orleans doesn't make the playoffs, but or
Yeah.
if Golden State were to have made the playoffs, like then it
Yes.
would have mattered. But it's most of the time it pans out the way it should have panned out
Yeah.
before.
You know what they
Um,
should do
what's up?
is the worst team in the West gets to play the 8 seed team in the East for the 8 seed team in the East.
Boom, there you go.
Or the 9 seed.
Like as bad as Golden State is, it's like they probably win the like not win the East, but they secure a spot in the East.
They're getting in that top 8.
Probably. Yeah, like
Yeah.
they're probably doing that. All right, Devin, let's talk about some other stuff. What are we? We're 20 minutes in. Let's get into some shit. Adam
John
Silver.
Candy's death.
Who is that? Who is that?
John Candy.
Who Who is
You ever
that?
seen Cool Runnings?
Is it a movie?
Yeah.
No.
Cool
No.
Runnings is a movie about a Jamaican bobsled team. What the fuck else was John Candy? Uncle Buck, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
No, I mean, I not to seem like a piece of shit, like R.I.P., but like
Yeah, he's a big fat dude.
I
He
didn't
died
know.
of a heart attack, I think.
All right, see, and then you say something like that. I mean,
Well, everyone
goddamn.
knew it. He was a big fat.
All right, I believe you. I believe you.
So
You
we're
know
not talking
who
about that. All right,
has a
yeah.
big bald fucking head? Adam Silver.
It's a
Adam
skinny
Silver
head.
does a big old. It's long. It's like he's got a weird cranium. Because I wouldn't say it's skinny. Like
Well, it's tight.
it's like I feel like his head
It's
is like
elongated.
yeah, like it's
It
like
looks like a tic tac. It looks like a tic tac.
yeah, his head is mushed up a little weird.
What did
But
he do?
I mean, he kept his word. Jonte Porter, banned for life.
Banned for life.
Banned
Yes.
for life. Which I mean,
Now, is this the dude who was throwing games or like purposely hitting
this
the
is a guy
under on
taking
his?
his unders
That's sick.
on it on the Raptors.
Is he the only player who's ever done this?
Only player that got caught doing it. But listen, let's
That
let's
is
let's
very funny.
let's just make it out. Like, okay, you're telling, bro. I love a good Golden State loss, but there's no way you can't convince me Clay didn't take the under on himself.
Oh
Holy
yeah,
shit!
brother. 0 points.
Oh my god!
His over under was like 10. He was smashing under, dude.
I would be. I mean, Draymond must have been taking the under the last what 4, 5 seasons.
Draymond's never had. Draymond's over under is 0. You can't gain or lose anything from
0.5.
putting any money on his points.
He kept his ban. He kept his word and bans Jonte Porter for life. Which I'll say this: I'm not defending Porter. Like, obviously, you shouldn't like gamble. But if
Well, I don't even know if it's gambling. He had the answer.
no, I mean you shouldn't gamble.
It's not gambling.
If you're a professional, Devin, if you're a professional athlete, you
Yes.
should not
Should not
partake
bet
in
on
it at
yourself.
all. It's still gambling, whether you gamble on yourself or somebody else or what. It's
I know, but you're gambling on yourself to lose.
okay. I don't mean gambling in the sense of
Yes.
you are putting up some type of stake because you obviously know the outcome, but it's the
Yes.
sense of you got caught.
You're
gambling.
putting money.
You got you got caught gambling.
Yeah.
But does it deserve a lifetime ban?
I didn't know the motherfucker's name anyway.
No,
It
no,
seems
no,
like
no, no,
this
no,
is
no,
an
no, no, no,
example.
no. Because I'm not letting this shit slide because I'm going to tell you why in a second.
No.
Does
I'm
it
not saying, hey,
deserve
ban
a
him because he sucks
lifetime
anyways.
ban?
Huh?
Does it deserve a lifetime ban?
What I'm assuming is just like Calvin Ridley, on a more extreme scale. I just had a real
Little
attack.
aneurysm there. That's cool. You're good. You're good. On a
No,
more
down.
extreme scale.
Yeah, I mean it's setting an example.
So
I don't agree with it. I don't think
but
he should be banned for life. I think it's pretty dumb.
don't you think when someone like Miles Bridges beats the shit out of his wife and gets to stay on the
That
team,
is a
and when someone like Josh Giddey gets caught talking to some underage girl, or the fact that the NBA still honors Karl Malone, in any way,
that, my
like,
friend, is a great point. I forgot about those things.
all of that,
NBA players do.
all of that,
Like when Amoni Bates decided to get caught with guns and then somehow magically no longer was charged with having guns.
But you know what's funny? You can beat the shit out of your wife. You can get caught talking to underage girls, but if you flash a gun on IG Live, 25 games.
25 games
25
plus because you're
games.
a superstar.
If it takes 30 times for you to throw a bitch fit on the court, you're Draymond Green, finally you get sent to anger management.
Throwing hard elbows. You don't get suspended. It's not like you're suspended without pay. You got to go to therapy.
It's okay.
You just sit in a padded cell and talk about your fucking feelings.
Like, what happened to gambling being an addiction? What happened to why aren't we getting bro help?
Yeah, why isn't he getting help?
What's up with this? Why are we getting? Which obviously,
where's the help?
That's a joke. But
So some guy missing shots on purpose
everything before that, I'm dead serious though. The fact that everybody, you got to think, bro. There was a time where, and I mean, the conspiracy still, I think, passes 100% to this day. Michael Jordan got suspended quietly for a year for gambling, and went to go play baseball, and then came back, and they kept it hush. Oh, but when Jonte Porter does it, when he gambles, it's like, nah, you're banned for life. But Miles Bridges, you beat the shit out of your wife, it's cool. You can stay, play it, whatever
Jared
basketball
Dudley
you
should have
want.
been doing this for years.
Um,
Like
uh,
everyone in the league who sucks should just be smashing under on their fucking games.
Josh Giddey, Karl Malone, y'all NBA, and this is the NBA speaking, not Mikey. NBA, y'all, hey, y'all do whatever y'all want to do. Um,
Was
John
Jonte
Morant
Porter the
though,
guy who just checked into a game for like 5 seconds and then left?
I don't fucking know.
All right.
I know that I know he bet the under on himself and it got his ass banned for life. But had he beaten his wife or talked to an underage girl or like anything you would consider, I guess, morally like
Impregnated a
unsane,
12-year-old.
yeah, something like that, Karl Malone, anything like that, you would still be able to play and or possibly even be honored in
Be
the future.
praised. Yeah.
Yeah, be praised. Which it's
But
just
yeah, what's not cool is attacking but this is across all leagues. This happens in baseball. It obviously happened in the NFL. It's
is
happening
it
right now.
this
Huh?
is it this backwards in any other sport though? I feel like the NBA is like trying their
This is
best.
much worse.
Like
Yes.
this is, but go keep going. I mean, like
No, like just the fact, like when you speak out or when you go against like in-game NBA policies, or if you have differing opinions about how the league should be run, or if you gamble, or if you're in any situation where the league needs to make an example out of you because you're a first-time doer or whatever. I mean, the MLB is pretty good about getting people kicked out who suck, kinda. Um, but they banned a guy 2 full seasons because he talks shit against the MLB. But I don't know. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Banning somebody for life.
banning
For
somebody for life.
But yeah,
And
like you said, and there's countless names on the list of NBA players who have done horrible things and are still
yeah, but I mean, if you want to talk
pretty
about
all
just
right.
two recent things, I mean, you got
There's more recent things.
Josh Giddey talking to. Okay, but what's more recent, worse than beating your wife or talking to underage girls
Yeah, that one stinks.
and still being allowed to play in the NFL or in the NBA? I mean,
Yeah,
it's just I don't know. It's a shame that Adam Silver is like, we're gonna make a stand. We are putting our foot down on gambling, but like I'm not gonna say it again, but do whatever else you want.
Josh, get it.
Everybody else can do
Do whatever you want off the court.
they can do
Where
whatever
where
they
you're
want to do.
supposed to be the better person,
Mm-hmm.
do whatever you want. We still don't know what happened to Kelly Oubre. I think he got hit. He got hit by a Mack truck named Daniel. Got beat his ass, dude.
Kelly Oubre, something definitely happened to him, but shit, I mean, you saw Jimmy Butler. He's pissed at him, which
At Kelly Oubre.
so okay. I don't know if you saw the injury, but Kelly Oubre, uh, okay,
He is a 6'4".
he's who fell on Jimmy's leg,
Uh,
and from what I saw, I mean, it definitely nothing I saw looked like anything was intentional or like there was like, how like there's like times where you may hurt somebody or get in somebody's way and it's not intentional, but it's like just the way you play just might be a little dangerous.
yeah.
It wasn't even something like that. Like it's just like he came down, like the way Jimmy falls and he lands on top. He catches his knee at a bad time. That's just how, or he lands at the wrong spot. That's just what it was. I mean, it was real quick, but he puts a comment like, "We're throwing hands," like I like something like I need to catch you, like, and people immediately took it and ran off with it. I can't tell if he's being serious.
Probably not. Maybe.
I mean, a lot of people
Jimmy
started
acts
talking
like he's hard, and then he's like, "Yeah, I was just the guy in school who just liked to listen to country music."
like
You're like, shut up, dude.
like a lot of people were like, yeah, because Jimmy he flailed, or people were like, well, I mean, people were just going back and forth, arguing about it, and I don't know. I thought, Oubre, I don't think it was his fault. I don't think Jimmy was doing too much and it got him hurt. I think it was just an unfortunate event.
Yeah,
But yeah, no,
they happen.
they were going back. I mean, I don't know.
Was it a
Jimmy,
torn MCL
it's an MCL injury.
sprain?
So when I hear MCL injury, because let's be real, we know when motherfuckers tear their shit.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you
Uh,
know,
because we know you're gonna be told, like they're gonna tell you, like Jimmy Butler tears MCL,
out for the season.
like yeah, out for playoffs.
Yes.
But I mean, as of right now, we still don't know if he's gonna be here for the playoffs. From what I've
Yeah.
read, it's not looking good at all. You know?
Yeah. No. Well, not for the playoff time. No.
Yeah, no, I mean, coming in round
He will
one.
not. In my, from what I've seen, I don't think he'll return in the playoffs. If he does, it'll be game 6 or 7 or something late in the series.
Well, I mean, it's over. New Orleans is going to the playoffs
The NOP holding it down.
without Zion.
I can spell barely.
So without Jimmy, Miami catches a dub, and without Zion, New Orleans catches a dub. Which
Sounds fishy to me, brother.
really confuses the shit out of me. Which I don't know.
Sounds fishy that Larry Nance Jr. had a good basketball game.
I mean, you've been gassing Zion, and then like when you found out he was gonna be out, you were like, oh well, it's over, and then they just catch this dub over Sac. I mean, I don't really know.
Well, I kind of forgot that Sac was a 10 seed. It's like I feel like last year these teams were switched.
I mean, the West was close to the bottom, even to the bottom.
Yeah.
But I think we put in our official final first round predictions, because we got all our games set finally.
You think we
have
should
all
do
of them.
this?
I think we should. I'm thinking about it. I'm considering it.
Or we can go watch Caitlin Clark play basketball. I shit you not, I was in the gym and I was listening to a dude talk to a lady about how Caitlin Clark should have taken the Big 3 deal for $5 million over going to the WNBA for pocket change. That's what he said. He was like, yeah, I just think she's like just stupid as like you gonna get so much more money playing against dudes. It's like $5 million for 3 games. It's like, yeah, probably. But no one's watching her anyway. I don't know why we're talking about her making money.
If we're talking money,
Yeah,
she turned down $5 million.
that's what this guy in the gym was saying. I'm sitting there trying to work out. By the way, happy 4/20, Hitler's birthday. We did it.
No, it's not. It is not what we're celebrating.
Isn't that why everybody's celebrating?
No, we're celebrating.
I thought this was the German New Year.
But what the fuck were you just talking about?
We were talking about how Caitlin Clark should have gone to the Big 3 for $5 million. Well, she just signed a $20 million Nike deal.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. We all knew she was gonna. I mean, obviously, she's getting breaded the fuck up outside.
She's making a math teacher salary right now.
But she could have. I mean, I don't know. Do you not agree? It's kind of fucking stupid. You turn down.
I think she just could have started a YouTube channel playing 1-on-1 against dudes and made more money doing that.
See, but the people are like, oh, but she needs to go to WNBA to like make be the change, and it's like, bro, at the end of the day,
no. This is like if Steph Curry played in the G League. He's the only good player.
But this is also like, at the end of the day, if there was a competitor of the NBA,
yeah,
like,
oh yeah.
No,
like the XFL.
Yeah, and they were putting up offers, that were worth it for maybe backup quarterbacks or whatever, or 8th, 9th man off the man off the bench. They can come in and be a max player in that league. It's like, what the fuck does Caitlin Clark owe the WNBA.
Zero.
She doesn't have, like, to be real, it's like, sure, she can be part of like what can help grow, but it's like at the end of the day, it's gonna be Caitlin Clark's league. Honestly, like in the big three, like I haven't watched the big three in years. I didn't know it was still a thing until I saw the shit about Caitlin Clark. Like I was like, oh,
I didn't know Ice Cube was still a thing.
they still do that? Like, yeah, I guess
Yeah.
the big three. Like, if she signed that deal, people would have been watching the big three for her, just the same way people are going to be watching WNBA because of her.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. I think
she would have got her ass beat? Well, they got 4-point shots in the big three, which is like a deep ball as her shot or whatever.
Bro, it's just a physical standpoint. Like, if I'm some dude in the big three playing against a woman, like, I'm just gonna immediately back her down.
Yeah.
Like, what am I?
She still got that pull up hammy. Boom.
Sure. I mean, let her get the ball first. Maybe she can us. But
yeah.
I'm just saying, one of these dudes get a board and they're just, they're backing you up into,
or just anything.
Anything. It really. I mean, it's like I'm not even like trying to be like, oh, sexist. It's just like I said.
No, it's like no. These are huge dudes.
Like genetics.
Like if you go up next, like Zion is backing down dudes who are fucking 40 pounds heavier than him. What is he gonna do to a woman who is 200 pounds lighter?
Bodying them.
Zion's 370 right now.
Absolutely bodying them. I guess final first round predictions: Phoenix versus Minnesota.
I don't know.
I don't care that Minnesota's the 3rd seed. I don't care how much I've hoped.
I like this take. Yes.
I don't care how much.
I don't care that you broke your elbow.
I don't care how positive I've been about Minnesota recently. I've said this ever since this big three has been formed in Phoenix. If these motherfuckers are healthy and on the court together, there is no reason they should lose to Minnesota 4 out of 7 times in any world. In any world.
Yeah.
So with that being said, give me Phoenix, and I'm gonna say Minnesota catches 2 dubs. So I'm gonna say in 6 games. Give me Phoenix in 6 games.
I'll go Phoenix in 5. I think Minnesota is going to show up looking bad.
I mean, I don't know if they show up looking bad. I mean, it's just.
I hope so.
It's just I do think some of these teams. I mean, it's just. I mean, I don't know. It's like a mental shift come postseason. Like,
yeah.
Do you crumble or do you rise to the top? Like, which one is it? And speaking mentally, like, Orlando versus Cleveland. Now we talked about this one.
Cleveland in 6.
See, yeah, it's like I'll go Cleveland in 5. I
like either. Cleveland.
I could honestly care less about Orlando.
I care less about both of these teams.
Yeah, no, I fuck with Cleveland.
Mitchell's cool, I know.
Cleveland's got a cool little squad in them. I fuck with Cleveland.
But this series is a non-factor in the playoffs.
Now, the luckiest 7th seed in the world. Crazy that this fell right into their laps, but Philly gets to play the New York Knicks.
People talking shit on the Knicks.
Without Julius Randle, mind you. So
you got Josh Hart.
Like I said, Joel is back and he looks completely fine.
Jalen Brunson.
There's absolutely no reason why Philly doesn't.
Yeah.
Bro, Philly's sweet.
Philly in 5. The Knicks are going to snag 1, maybe 2, but I'll say 5.
Give me a sweep. 4-0. There's not. They don't. What are they going to do? Philly in 4.
Now, I would like to see Philly lose.
This will be the most boring series of this first round.
No,
I'm telling you because of
Magic Cleveland.
No, because of how easy Philly is going to win this series.
Really?
That's what's going to make it boring.
You don't think Jalen Brunson's going to drop 45 one game?
He could do that. He could.
Josh Hart's going to have, I don't know, 26?
Yeah, no, I don't.
Maybe.
I don't think so. Lakers, Nuggets.
Nuggies. Fuck.
You don't
Did
think
they boot
Denver's
LeBron in the first round?
Do you really think LeBron? I don't know,
I
but
don't
I don't
know.
think the Lakers are getting bumped out in the first round.
Who's writing the script?
I
Is it
think that
Penis Head
Denver.
Silver?
I'm. I don't know if I was ever on the train, but if I potentially did stumble upon this train, I'm hopping off the Denver train. They're not.
It's a 3 seed, right?
The
2
Knicks,
seed?
the Knicks are a
Two,
two
th- two,
seed.
two.
The Knicks are a 2 seed. Minnesota's a 3 seed. We said they're losing, so I mean, I don't think I don't care. The West was so
Wait, the
close
Knicks are the 2 seed.
in the East. We,
Huh.
I mean, it's like crazy that we talked about that. Like, I wish I could pull up last episode because you said the same exact thing. The Knicks are a 2 seed. It's like, yeah,
You
the
can
Knicks,
side by side those
yeah, no, the
videos.
Knicks are a 2 seed. That's why they're the lucky. That's why Philly's the luckiest 7th seed in the world because they get to play the Knicks.
Did I
That's
say Sixers in 5? Yeah.
yeah, you
I'll
did. You
stick
said
with that.
Sixers in 5, but LA
If
versus
the
Denver.
Knicks win, good on them.
The West as it was so loaded and so close. Like I'm not gonna be well, they're 2, Lakers are 7. So there's my answer. Like no, like I'm really considering Lakers winning this in probably 6 or 7 games. I mean, I feel like to be completely honest with you, if it goes 7, for some odd reason, for some weird reason, I don't like the Lakers odds if it goes 7. So I'm gonna say Lakers do win, and how they win 4-2. I say in 6 games.
I got the Nuggies in 7.
Denver Nuggets in 7 games. Okay.
Now my prediction, I think I predicted this one series last time. It might be different. There's a reason we record these things. Because I don't know what I said. I don't know what I said 4 seconds
42
ago.
minutes ago when we started.
No idea.
But see, if Denver,
Have I said any slurs yet, or am I good?
I think you're good. If Denver goes 7 games in the first round versus LA, I mean, there's no chance they're making it back to the finals, winning the finals. I don't think. I mean, if they
Denver? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if that's how it's, if I just don't know how good of a look that is for Denver. It's like we were taking 7 games by the 7th seed, and by the way, we're still gonna repeat. We're going all the way. I don't know. It's like if they take if they take them to 7, I really don't know what the fuck they're gonna do versus like a healthy Phoenix. What do you need?
Me? I was gonna have a prediction.
Oh, what's your prediction?
Not for a game, but for Giannis. Giannis will tear his Achilles during the playoffs.
Why would you say that?
Guess what? Calf strain. Out. Couple weeks. Might return in the series. Guess what happened to Kevin Durant in 2019? Boom. Calf strain. Oh, my calf hurts. Boop, 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 boop. I jumped. There goes my Achilles.
I really hope that's not the case.
It will happen. They're going to bring him back too early. He's going to get hurt, and he's going to tear that Achilles.
For the East side's sake, I really hope Giannis stays healthy and Milwaukee can stay in the playoffs and the postseason as long as possible because that's just going to have more people watching.
Or Dame just takes over.
Mavericks, Clippers.
Mavs in 6.
So
it's going to be a fucking fist fight of a series.
My thing is, it would have been a beautiful fist fight if Kawhi was healthy. But this whole Kawhi dealing with, they labeled his injury as stubborn. And if there's anything I don't want to see Kawhi dealing with is any type of stubborn injury.
Where we have no idea what the timeline is.
Because you can take that
hurt.
all the way back to San Antonio.
Yeah.
remember the thigh shit? It was like, oh,
Yeah.
just some stubborn injury. Shit, a stubborn
It's not
hammy.
showing up on X-rays or in tests or anything, but it
Shit,
hurts.
a stubborn hammy is making fucking Darren Waller contemplate retiring from the NFL. You know.
I thought that was a steady drug addiction, a stubborn drug addiction.
No. Remember he was like he had like a pinched nerve all year, and now it's like now he's like I don't know if I want to play. Um,
Who gives a shit if he doesn't want to play?
I don't
Nobody
know.
wants to play for the Giants.
Yeah, no, I'd probably want to retire too. But
No.
Mavs versus look, not my opinion didn't change. They're dealing with Kawhi not being 100%.
Yeah.
Do I think the Clippers have the talent to win this series? I do. But
Yeah.
this the run Dallas has been on and the state the Clippers are coming in. Dallas, I mean, yeah,
I think unless we see some of this,
I I like Dallas in 6.
I think we're. How do you do it?
I like.
How big's this pot?
Bro, no, the pot was in.
Oh.
Yeah,
We're up.
the pot was in.
Well,
Really,
what's this?
really,
This was like a dance move back
really,
in
he
the day,
was
no?
left-handed. He was left-handed, so I guess.
He was left-handed.
He cut up that way.
I don't know how to do things with my left hand sometimes.
You
But wasn't this like a dance move back in the day? Or you cooking in the pot?
I'm not sure which. I'm not gonna lie. I have no clue what. It looks like you're like. I mean, you're brewing.
That's the beef stew, brother.
Yeah, I was say you're brewing stew.
That wasn't a dance move. I don't know, dude. I thought Rick Ross did that. I don't know.
But
that was the Bean dip.
You brought up. Of course, you would say Rick Ross had a food dance move. That's just fucked up.
What do you want me to say?
Bucks versus Pacers.
Lil Wayne had a food dance move? I think not. Guy eats 6 Doritos a day.
Bucks versus Pacers.
Bucks. Even if Dame and Giannis are hurt, the Pacers aren't winning this series. No one cares.
Yeah, I mean Dame.
Siakam's gonna have one good game. Tyrese is gonna be like, oh well, he did so well in the in-season tournament, and then that's the end of it. You guys remember that 6 months ago when he almost beat LeBron James 12 games into the league? No one cares.
Honestly, give me Milwaukee in 5.
Give me Milwaukee in 4. Clean sweep, brother.
The fact that you think, hold on. So, no.
I don't know how bad the Knicks are.
No young.
They're a 2 seed.
I'm gonna tell you how bad you know how bad the Knicks are because 2 times in a row, 2 episodes in a row, I've made a comment about them being the 2 seed, and you've went, the Knicks are a 2 seed.
Yeah, it's shocking.
And Julius Randle is not coming back.
I know, but Julius isn't a star anymore.
They're playing the 76ers.
It's 5'2", JB.
Julius Randle is going to go. Or Julius Randle. Joel Embiid is going to go crazy.
Who's going to stop him?
On this team.
Robinson?
It's
no first name?
I don't know. I promise you.
What's his name?
I don't even know who you're trying to talk about.
The guy with the headband on the Knicks.
Oh. You're talking about Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah.
But when you said the guy on the Knicks with the headband, it's like, okay.
Well, I said Robinson, no known first name. So I don't know if he's got
400 people. Milwaukee in 4. Okay. I mean, sure. OKC versus New Orleans.
Oh, I would love to see Zion come back. His baby in his arms. Mariah Mills' baby. Already got plastic surgery.
Not the porn baby.
Huh?
Nothing.
A porn baby's not cool.
But, I mean, it's what it is. If it is what it is.
You know what? Porn's been around long enough that there's probably, like, those porn babies are probably grown up.
Actually, let me take that back. You're not a porn baby just because your mom's a porn star. You're a porn baby if you were made. If you were
filmed.
If you were conceived
on camera
while filming your.
But I know it's been around long enough. Like, I wonder how many are still alive. What's the average age of a porn baby? 14 years, maybe.
are you saying? Wait. You think?
I
Wait. You're
what's the
saying the average,
what's the shelf life on these
the
fuckers?
average.
There's
Okay,
no way they're lasting out here through high school.
wait. I'm sorry.
They're not making it past high school.
Hold on. No. I don't think whether or not you're a porn baby has to do with how quick you deteriorate as a human being. Now, are you asking me
No.
what the average age is like right now for what like the average age of porn babies?
No, I'm wondering like of all the porn babies, how many make it past high school?
All of them, dude. I think most of them. What are you talking about? I don't think. I mean, I think they're fine. I just think it's. What are you alluding to? I mean, most. I mean, I'm sure porn babies are probably honestly like, yeah, like you can get bullied for being a porn baby, or you could just live in your porn mansion with your porn
You
mom.
could live in your porn mansion, or you could be a porn baby of a mother who was in porn and was good, and then decided to smoke a bunch of crack, and it no longer has any money, and now you're a porn baby.
Are you talking about someone in particular?
No, I'm not. I'm honestly not talking about anyone
Oh,
specific.
I
I'm
was
talking about what could happen in this world.
that could happen. I mean, see, but here's the thing. You're going, okay, how many porn babies do you think make it past this? Which that was such a stupid question. I'm sorry. That was a dumbass question. But
Well,
either
are they
way.
like canned food, or are they like
No. Listen,
packaged meats?
your idea was like, well, the mom could run out of money and then like go broke and do drugs. No. So you're asking me how well I think kids grow up under the while being raised by drug addicts. I think
Well, that's different, you know.
that might be harder. That might be harder to deal with or like
Now,
whatever.
is there a
But
point where they retire,
porn stars,
or do they just continue to practice?
um, I mean, you got to think
Because it
about
is
it
a
like this.
practice.
You got to think about it like this. It's any career. If you are rich enough to retire,
No, well, I mean, I don't mean retire. I mean get a different job, like leave the world
I don't think you
where
get a
you're
different job. Okay, in
consistent.
2024,
Dude,
what do you
Chevy's is always hiring.
what are you asking me though? What are you asking me though? Because okay, so there was a time where I watched a lot of no jumper content.
Yeah.
So in 2024, like if you are known enough to where it's like okay,
So when their
see,
kid's 12 years old,
you're
they're gonna keep doing this.
You're confusing me with this question. Are you saying they're getting a new job because they can't financially support themselves with the job they already have?
No, I'm saying to protect their children
I
from
don't
watching their parents fuck and
I
fuck other
don't
people on the
think
internet.
I don't think that that's I don't think that that's their and not to like judge the morals of porn stars, but I don't think that's their main concern. I think I think there's more that probably
I'm just
retire.
wondering, what is their shelf life?
I'll put it to you like this. What do you mean shelf life?
Are they killing themselves?
Stop saying that. Why do you keep alluding to kids dying because their parents are
No, I'm
porn
not. I'm not
stars?
saying kids. I'm saying adults. How old
Okay,
are they?
so are you asking me how long the porn stars last? Or how long the kids last? You're confusing the shit out of me. I'm getting to the bottom of this now because you're confusing the shit out of me.
Am I confusing you?
Are you saying how long do they continue their career once having a child? Like, are you saying by the time
That's one of my questions, yeah.
the kid hits 40? Well, stop asking me about death because nobody's dying. No, I don't think.
Well, you said porn baby, and then I brought it up as a joke. I said, are any of them still alive?
No, well, I thought you were asking me what the average age was because you said it's probably time. Like we're probably in the age where a lot of them are like getting to.
Are adults now?
Yes.
Are they still alive?
Yeah,
Is
I
what I'm
would
alluding
assume
to.
so. I would assume so. I think
I'm
they're
not
alive.
sure about
I
that.
will say I think most people probably retire before their kid reaches 12 years old. Like they probably like I've heard more
Do
stories.
you think that these two specific people will do so?
What two?
Adam 20, the no jumpers.
No, obviously not. They doubled down on this. Bro,
Yeah.
they had a kid and then sent his wife off to get fucked by somebody else. They're doing all this other shit. I mean, they can look. they can keep that over there, do what they want to do. But all I'm saying is,
Almost went gay.
it was an April Fool's joke, I guess.
It was believable.
Look, I'm not
The
gonna
whole
lie.
world was like,
I
nice.
believed it for a second. I
believed it in the way like, no, Adam 22 could do that with a guy.
I'm not gonna lie. I could see it. Like if the bag
We don't have to see anything.
No, not. I could see it being a reality. If the bag was big enough, you got to
Yeah,
think
yeah.
like there's only one reason why you're letting your wife get slutted out by somebody else on camera. The bag has to be big
Dollar
enough.
bills, y'all.
The bag has to be big enough. And you're like you said, that was after having said kid. So I think some people, like I said, they're more like the morals. Like if
But no, okay, just picture yourself. You grow up.
okay,
You're 15.
mm-hmm.
You're in high school in the digital age. Kid shows you a video
we were.
of your father
Mm-hmm.
doing something for money with a bro.
Okay, so by the time I'm 15 years
Game
old,
over.
by the time I'm 15 years old, and now we're switching to dad for some reason. So my dad is
Well, I was just going off Adam
in the adult industry,
being a gay.
but Adam and Lena, it's so both my parents are in the industry. Is that what we're saying? And I'm 15. I'm gonna assume I've grown some type of backbone by then.
Some don't.
I'm gonna assume I did though. Like I would like
Maybe.
to hope. I'd like to hope most grow up and do and can handle it because it's like or here's the big thing. Before we move on, because I know we're talking about all this.
We can cut all of this.
I know. No, this is great. I love this. This is a great conversation. I mean, like if I had, like if this was me, like I would hide it from my kid as long as I could.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd have an alias. I'd have everything. Like I'd be a whole other entity on.
Do they have a PPP? A PSPP? Porn Star Protection Program?
I don't know. I mean,
like where they just change their name, they give them a wig, and they go live a white picket life.
No, I don't think so. I don't think they do that.
There is. I mean, there's probably escaping.
I don't think the government's really protecting porn stars.
I don't think anyone's protecting porn stars.
All right, can we get back?
3 have died in the last 2 months or something.
Stop
something weird.
it! Stop.
What?
Stop.
Well, it was 2 of them. One survived. One lived.
Can we get back into sports?
I'm trying. I'm trying to say things that are so bad you'll let us talk sports again. You're like, no, we're good,
bro.
No,
I'm sorry.
I was trying to figure out
how the life of porn babies. It's interesting. It's interesting.
I think it's a cool world. I definitely don't involve myself in any of it. That's why I have questions.
OKC versus New Orleans. As much as I'd love to see Josh Giddey not be able to play basketball anymore, and if that means he gets swept 4-0, that'd be cool. But that's not happening. Probably no Zion for at
3-4
least
games.
The first couple games. There's no way Zion's ready game 1. I'm not buying that.
And why he's sitting courtside, smiling, instead of figuring out ways to fucking rehab that fucking leg.
I mean, like,
no,
I feel.
Fuck you. You can't stop eating Popeye's fucking biscuits covered in strawberry fucking cream.
So just because
you're too fucking chunky.
Oh, so because you're hurt, you can't sit and watch the game? This is normal NBA player shit.
I understand, but he's hurt because he's fat. He's not hurt.
Yeah, but he's
for
not going to be
reasons.
able to cut all that weight before this game ends. He's going to
fucking figure it the fuck out.
You're just mad because you put your money on Zion to ball out, and they're going to get beat.
I didn't. I put no. You know what I did? I put my wanting to watch the NBA on Zion. That's what I did.
Well, there's more.
Now I don't know what the fuck to watch. I gotta watch fucking Tyrese. I gotta watch De'Aaron Fox.
There's plenty. No, you don't.
Not anymore.
No, you don't. You don't have to watch them. But give me OKC in. I'll say New Orleans steals 1. OKC in 5.
OKC in 6.
OKC in 6. Okay.
If they've got Zion, yeah.
And then finally, which I'm gonna assume, which is probably the case, no Jimmy Butler. Which I'm not gonna lie to you. If there's one player that's like playing through an MCL injury, it is him. But I mean, for the sake of his future.
For this series too?
Like, it's not worth it. To me, it's not worth it.
No.
Like, I would have honestly rather seen Miami kind of lose and just go on into, start the offseason. Call Dame again.
Well, we didn't know when Miami won that game that Jimmy would be out.
Yeah, well, he plays the rest of the game, but you can see it in his face.
Yeah, no, he when he went down, we thought he was done. He grabs his knee, grimaces, all that shit, and then
Grimace.
magically pops out because they jabbed him with opioids.
But then, after the game, when he was talking about it to the reporters, he was like, as of right now, this shit is not feeling good at all. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like, hopefully I wake. And he was saying, he said something like, hopefully I wake up tomorrow and I'm good. But like right now, like, nah, I cannot. So,
you know who he needs to talk to? Who's that Rachel lady? Never mind.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of Rachel ladies.
The one from the bubble.
Give me Boston. Obviously, we're talking about Boston versus Miami. Give me Boston in. Does Miami still make it a little dramatic?
I would love to see that. I mean, this is the fourth time they've met in 5 years.
See, I'd like to.
And this is the lowest stakes of all of them, I think.
I'd like to see Boston start hot though. Like, I get it. They've crumbled. They do. Shit happens. But like,
not in the first round.
No Jimmy Butler. Boston's got to take advantage of it. Like, to me, Miami making it dramatic.
I don't even think Miami's grabbing 2 of these fuckers.
That's what I was gonna say. Going to 6 would be making it dramatic. I think I'm gonna go with 5 as well. I'm gonna go Boston.
6 is way too dramatic for the first round series.
I'm gonna go
the
Boston.
Best team in the league.
Boston at 5. Okay, so we talked Adam Silver. Okay, something that caught me all the way off guard. Didn't expect to see this report whatsoever. Robert Kraft apparently warned Atlanta about Bill Belichick, and, basically said not to hire him. Yep, pull it up. So my understanding was,
can we shoot this little fucking creep? And I'll tell you what, just because some fucking perverted fuck gets caught getting his dick jerked off by a Chinese lady doesn't mean he's stopping.
Okay,
they gave him a slap on the wrist. They said, go find another parlor that's not being investigated.
I'll give it to you. I'll give that to you.
This guy fucking sucks. Shut your fucking dumb ass up, dude.
They warned Atlanta, which it's like, okay, here's the thing. What could you warn a team about that they're A, not going to already assume, and B, think it's bad enough? It's like, oh, well, so you put up with it for 20 years, but like we shouldn't, right?
Yeah.
Like, so
like, what's the
like? So you were able to win 6 Super Bowls, and like you were cool with the way he handled the team.
Yeah.
But if we decide to hire him, we're screwed. Some reason. Now, and I'm not on some like big old you hire Bill Belichick, you're automatically a Super Bowl contender.
No, but
I didn't think Robert Kraft was going to be the person, shooting down his chances.
Nor should he be.
What I mean, I thought you would have saw that.
No, I didn't. I don't really look at things really anymore.
But I mean, it was a notification on my phone. I was like, what? Robert Kraft reportedly warns.
I turn off all my notifications, but Grindr.
Atlanta Falcons not to hire Bill Belichick.
Not to trust Bill Belichick.
Not to
trust
Bill
what?
Belichick. But trust what? Trust what?
What are we not trusting?
Is there more in this? Is there more to this? Is there something taken?
Also, Julian Edelman was upset that Bill Belichick went on Pat McAfee's show and not his podcast.
I saw that.
Irrelevant.
I mean, it's like, okay. I mean, Pat McAfee's put in work. Like, he's like, I get it. Like, Julian Edelman, like you played for him, but it's also like, I don't know. Like, Bill got to like just log in like on his computer
on a Zoom.
Hey, like he doesn't want to come.
He doesn't just sit down, do a production meeting, do a whole podcast,
and talk about a game.
talk about the best game ever. Julian's like doing like voices and
Yeah,
stuff.
he's sitting there mocking him, and he's like, "This is fucking stupid."
It's like, Bell.
Like I don't know. I mean
Yeah, no,
that's
doing a
besides
live
the
thing like
point.
that makes way more sense than
But
a full podcast.
Atlanta told not to trust Bill Belichick by Robert Kraft. That I
But
don't know.
what makes Arthur Blank trust Robert Kraft?
But what I just see, this is, I don't know. This is like, okay, if you're somebody that thinks like New England was corrupt or were cheaters during their time as a dynasty, you can't like say like, oh, it was all Bill and Robert Kraft had nothing to do with it. Like, to me, if you're on that side and that's why you shouldn't trust Bill, it's like, well, then we shouldn't trust Robert Kraft either.
Yeah.
This is like one cop saying another cop's a bad cop. It's like, or like you're a cop.
Yes.
You know this cop's doing some sketchy.
You ever
shit.
seen the movie The Departed?
You in these movies? No, I've never seen the movie The Departed.
Well, there's a couple people doing bad things and they're all ratting each other out.
See, but it's just,
everybody sucks.
It just makes no sense. Like to me, Robert Kraft going like, don't trust Bill. It's like either you, like, I don't even know how to word it. It's like, so you did not trust Bill for like 20 plus years,
but
just accepted it. Like, so were you like walking on eggshells? Are you just trying to blackball Bill? Are you mad at him for leaving? Like, what is like what? I have no clue what's going on.
I don't get the angle.
Neither do I.
I don't get what he could get out of this.
I kind of forgot that Bill was even like kind of looking.
How does he have dude? Old people should have all of their money taken from them. Can we stop? Can I start a campaign?
What kind?
To stop women from marrying 80-year-old dumpster fires. This guy looks like my fucking... No, he truly looks like my scrotum. And this poor, skinny, Svetlana-looking German woman just has to sit here and...
Robert Kraft's wife?
Just to have $6 extra in her pocket.
I mean, you just gotta think about it. One day she's gonna be filthy rich and single again. So, you know, do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do to get your bread up. J.K. Dobbins.
What do you do?
Signs with the Chargers.
Did you say that was coming?
I mean, it was reports that there was interest, but like, here's my thing. Like, if I'm Gus Edwards...
Is this corruption? I mean, is this collusion?
No.
Not corruption, collusion.
No.
No colluding is happening between brothers?
No. You think
JK was a free agent.
Yeah, you think John was like, yo, you should really take this guy we don't want. That's like, hey, don't trust him.
Get both the guys we don't want. Hey, take Odell while you're at it.
No. So my biggest thing is like, if I'm Gus, it's like, get off dicks, bro. Like, let me shine.
Quit following me, bitch.
Let me cook. Like, let me eat.
But you know JK gonna be in that one spot.
Well, here's my thing. The Chargers pick up a running back after finally getting rid of the running back that is older, complaining the same way as JK is. Like, they both are complaining about wanting more money. They're both injury prone.
Very much.
Kind of just like, I don't know, like the Chargers are taking so many steps backwards, it's making zero sense. Like,
none of it makes any sense.
Let's gut the wide receiver room. Let's load up on Ravens running backs, and let's go to town. Like, it's just,
yeah.
Let's get rid of Austin Eckler, who's been bitching about wanting to get paid, and maybe he's not the healthiest running back in the world. Let's get another running back that is nowhere near the healthiest running back in the world, and is also complaining about money and is younger, so is really going to expect even a bigger bag. So I don't like the Robert Kraft thing. I don't really see their angle.
No, yeah, I don't get it because these aren't long-term guys in my opinion. These are kind of added pieces that you would throw onto a squad that's kind of already developed.
Like, to me, it's like JK signs with, like, to me, I thought JK to Dallas made a lot more sense. Like he
That
could go
makes
to
a lot more
Dallas
sense.
and
Yeah.
he could go to Dallas and be the guy. Now it's like
Are there
I
any
mean,
running backs to look at in the draft?
in the draft, to be honest with you, bro, the
Frank Gore Jr.
my draft interest is so low,
I just
and
want to see what's going to happen.
I really don't know what it is. Like it's to me, it's like at this point, I don't know. Like I look at people who like you obviously got the names like, oh, we're gonna have a conversation about Caleb Williams every week, and we're gonna talk about like if Jaden Daniels goes somewhere crazy, we're gonna talk about it. But at the end of the day, most of these guys getting drafted this year are not gonna impact the league for a minute.
Yeah.
And
Agreed.
that's not like some hating shit. That's just
No.
like percentage wise of players that are getting drafted this season and are going to that played college football for X amount of years, and we could have spent all this time talking about and looking into and researching. They're not really gonna make an impact next season, anyways. And I mean, maybe that's me just like it's just a weak cop out to not be that interested in prospects, but I'm just not.
CJ Stroud did some shit.
And we talked about it, and we still get to talk, and we still talk about him
That is true.
because it's
We
like
should talk about these things once they happen.
there you go, there you go. But you gotta
But
there'll never be a time where there's not a mock draft.
no.
So yeah, no,
Well, why else would fucking Mel Kiper have a job?
there you go. What else is Mel Kiper gonna do but predict the NFL draft every year?
Well, that's the only time anyone brings up Mel Kiper's name. Because no one talks about Mel Kiper during the season because he has no idea what he's talking about. But he goes, you need a job. Caleb Williams. Shut up. I don't want to hear any of this shit.
Do you want to hear my next Deion Sanders topic?
16 transfers out of that bitch.
I did not see that many transfers out of
The
that
most
bitch.
transfer portal entries out of any college. 16 of them fuckers.
That's interesting.
And you know why? Because they have no opportunity. This is like playing. You know, when you grew up playing sports and you're like a pretty decent player and you want to go play on a team that will give you an opportunity to start and be a good player. And you feel like you can do that. And then you go to a team with a parent who's the coach and he has kids. It sucks. It's dumb.
Yeah.
It's only about those dumb fucking kids. That's what this is. This is Bush League garbage that he's turning into a college football team just to fucking make his kid look good. This is all a bunch of dog shit. He has no chance of winning a national championship. I have no idea what the fuck he's doing head coaching. He's definitely not going to be there once his boys leave. He's either going to try to get a job in the NFL or he's going to get shut down and fucking go on ESPN or something.
I mean, I'll say from a personal level, from personal experience, like the way you just broke that down with the like drama or how toxic that locker room probably is. I personally, there's been experiences where I've been on teams where there was a kid of a coach and there was no favoritism at all. And then I've had experiences where I had a kid whose parent was a really good friend with the coach.
Yeah.
And he got a lot of good treatment. You know who I'm talking about, but it's like,
of course I do.
So it's like, no, I get it. Like there's definitely some weird shit going on, even at that level. So go up to D1 football.
Now you're pissing off the best players in college.
You're pissing off 5-star athletes.
Guys who wanted to come play for you to get an opportunity, and we're sitting here talking about 3 fucking names, and one of them's not even your fucking kid.
Yeah, and they're selling you, and that's the thing. He continues to talk about them, and this topic's kind of like a 2-parter because he responded to this after I like.
Well, what were you bringing?
So this thing came out that there were 6 teams Deion Sanders wanted Shador and Travis Hunter to play for.
Really?
Only 6. It was.
Oh well, this is the warm weather people, right?
Well, no.
Oh.
You ready? You ready for the 6 teams he
Sure.
wants them to play for? San Francisco,
Dallas,
Dallas,
Baltimore,
Washington,
Philadelphia,
Baltimore, Atlanta.
New York.
Now the 5 I've said. Have you caught on to a trend?
Yeah, he played for all of them.
And then the 6 is Philly.
I called that.
Yeah, the 6 is Philly.
I could have done that whole list by myself, and I added Philly.
A couple things.
How fucking dumb is this guy?
Couple things. Definitely gets cold in both of these Maryland teams.
Philly gets very cold.
November, honestly. November, I'm cold in Maryland. Like, it's fucking cold.
I'm wearing a thick layer and a hoodie, maybe a jacket on top of the hood.
It's cold. Philly, even colder. Sure, like Atlanta, Dallas, San Fran, whatever. But at first it was like, oh, here's another dumb Deion take, but his response to this almost made him look like more like delusional.
I truly think he's delusional.
Do you want to hear his response?
Mm-hmm.
His response, I'm gonna paraphrase. He basically said, this was taken out of context. People can run with a lie a lot quicker than with the truth, or the lies.
He always has a saying for everything.
Yeah, he does. But he goes, this is what got me. This is what got me, and I was like, what are we doing? He goes, I know a lot more than 6 owners. Come on. I played for X amount of years and worked with the NFL X amount of years. It's like, no.
What did I tell you? He's going to try to coach on a team.
Okay.
This is not about his kids. This is about him. His kids are the ticket.
We know, obviously, he's way too involved. But now it's
I know where owners. Is that how you get people drafted?
He basically was like, no, wait. No. I know plenty of owners I'm trying to convince to draft my son. Like, you guys.
You think I only know the guys who I built relationships with playing on their teams?
Like, no.
Or have I given everybody a call to suck their nuts?
Trust me, there's more owners.
Deion's a scummy bitch.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
what a scummy fucking bitch.
I know more owner. Like, there's more owners.
Deion's like,
I know more GMs.
You can't take a cricket off a stick without a big ball of jambalaya. But I know some owners. Fuck all of your shit that you're saying. It means nothing. You're a scummy piece of garbage. I hope that all of your kids tear their ACLs.
Whoa,
fuck this.
Whoa.
I'm sorry, never mind. I'm kidding. I hope they have great careers, and I hope Deion never coaches them ever again. I hope he shuts his fucking mouth for the rest of his life.
Great rebuttal. Great.
Fuck this shit, dude. How much of a fucking tool does someone have to be? This is worse than like Jake Paul at his peak of like being a little bitch.
Oh, I have no problem. I mean,
I'm cool with that. This is just pissing me off. And everyone dick sucks this guy. Fuck that, dude.
Oh my god, the dick sucking for Deion Sanders is so crazy.
And everyone's gonna be like, why wouldn't you want your kid to have the best possible option? It's like, fuck you. That's not how this works.
People are like, I wish I had a parent that was. It's like no.
No, you don't.
It's like your absent father or parent.
Yeah, dude.
Sure, like
a father would be better than not having one. Agreed.
Yeah, but it's like being like no. This is what it is. It's Deion gassing his son to the moon, and his son. I hate to say it, but kind of in the back of his mind, knowing he needs all the hype from his dad possible.
Or maybe he needs to be on a team that will actually push him, rather than being told he's the greatest player in the fucking league every time he steps out there.
A long time ago, he could have sat Deion down and said, "Look, I'm gonna do this on my own."
But he doesn't seem like he don't want to.
That's what I'm saying.
Because he got daddy money, and he knows when he walks away from daddy money, he gotta go make his own money. Cause see this?
That's the thing. I mean,
see this? Hey, we just beat Colorado State. That fucking season pissed me off. 4 games. 4 games.
Brady
Oh,
mode.
we're going to turn this around. You were still 12th in the Pac-12.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I mean, but like you said, Deion's going to be a fucking defensive coordinator in 2 years or whatever.
I know. He's going to be a special teams coach.
That's going to be what it is.
Because I know how to return kicks.
But yeah, that was his response. I know more DMs than that. Come on. Come on, guys. And let's not forget, this is on top of him saying he only wants him to play in cold or warm weather states, and he's not.
And then rattled off every team he's played for and the Philadelphia Eagles, and then goes out and says, "I've talked to all 32 teams.
Did he
They're
say
drafting my son."
I don't think he said that.
Well, he says he knows more owners than 6.
Well, that's what he's saying. He said, but that's what
I'm assuming he's talked to all of them.
It's like Deion. Like the problem isn't that,
But you know what this also shows? He could give 2 fucks about any other players on that team, and they know that, and that's why 16 of those fuckers left, and no one else is transferring to Colorado.
Well, he shows up. He goes. Travis and Shador. They're going first pick of the draft. No higher, no lower than 4th. And it's like every other player on that roster is like, so like, is one of us going 2, 3? Like, what about it? Like, are we good?
First round, second round?
Are we like 30th? Like, are we like, can we get drafted? Like, where are we at here? Like,
and then he's like, oh no, everybody here follows the same rules, treated the same. It's like, no, it's not how this works.
I'm sure
your boys are gonna get drafted below 4.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else, no one cares about. What the fuck are we doing? The fact that any of these 5-star fuckers went to Colorado, unless you're Travis Hunter, he was the only one who made the correct move.
But Travis Hunter wasn't gonna
because he's getting hyped up by Deion, and that's his second son or whatever, 4th son.
Travis could have
gone to Bama and been the best player on Bama's team.
Yeah, he could have went and played in the SEC. If anything, let's be real. Deion's wasting bro's time.
Deion's wasted everybody's time.
He could be in the SEC.
And everybody knows that Deion's wasting time. Imagine how many better quarterbacks Deion could have had on his team if it wasn't his fucking son. Or how many fucking corners he could have had on his team.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
I mean, rather than motherfucker, he's running Travis Hunter into the ground. I know no other program on the planet that would have Travis Hunter playing every snap of every goddamn game.
Fuck no.
That guy weighs 180 pounds. He's not playing every fucking snap.
I'll give you that, and I'll also say maybe not necessarily like the potential of other quarterbacks Deion is wasting, but the lack of like any chip on Shador's shoulder when it comes to like fighting for QB1.
You can't
like
you understand that. I mean, maybe he does. I don't know. Getting to the league is part of it.
Yeah.
What the fuck's going to make you have a 20-year career if you think you're the best already and you think you've accomplished everything? Because you accomplished nothing in college.
Yeah, and you can't convince me that Shador didn't think before day one, like, oh, I'm QB1. Like, I'm good.
Well, he knew he was QB1.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
at any school he went to, he's QB1.
Yeah, so it's like, it's not even the potential of other quarterbacks. It's the potential of him. Like, what he could do with facing more fucking adversity or more of a challenge.
But then you look at a kid like Arch Manning, a guy who went to an SEC school, or what are they, Big 12? Are they SEC now, Texas?
They're going to be SEC.
Yeah, they're going to be SEC. He's in a family of quarterbacks who know every owner, who know everybody in the NFL, and this kid sits behind Brock Ewers in his first year.
See, but there's no Manning getting involved.
No one is getting involved. He's going out and he's going to develop, and he might be a good quarterback.
But, like, see, the thing is, it's like, you don't have to even you can be like, bro, you can be in like a middle ground. Like some of the things LeVar Ball did, when we look back on it, he was looking out. He was looking out for them. Now, like starting his own league and wasting time, maybe that was
starting his own
shoes, maybe that
shoes.
It's like
I'm not sure of the relationship he has with his kids right now.
Like if he was trying, it's a good thing that he wasn't some ex NBA player and was not able to coach them at any type of college level or anything, because like that's the thing. Like Deion has the access to be that involved, and he's just too
Yeah.
involved.
But I don't give a shit about what Shador does or what Shiloh or what Travis do. Like, you can't have a team full of 60 guys and expect all of them to want to play hard when you know when Deion's staring at 3 guys the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what the entire season last year looked like.
Well, I mean, see, but is it really what that is, or is that all the media put the spotlight? I mean, who else are people going to talk about when it comes to Colorado besides Deion Sanders?
Their boys are leaving.
Besides Deion and the kids Deion typing up.
Yeah, so why the fuck would you go to Colorado to play football?
I don't know. I mean, that was a question that would have been hard to answer before or after the season. You know, why would you? I don't know. I don't know why you would. If that was your only option as a D1 football player, I guess maybe. But
and why would you drop or however much money they spent to get Deion there, or to get Deion what he wanted to win 3 more games and stay in the same position in your division? Now, I understand it brought a lot of hype to the school and all this shit, and now people know what Boulder is. Deion's a fucking sellout.
But it's not going to last long.
Deion's a fucking sellout. He should have stayed in HBCU because he said that he was going to try to bring them all up. Now they're worse.
He said he was gonna change that, and then he was like, "Fuck this! I'm gonna go play. I'm gonna go."
He's doing is it's gonna catch him. You don't walk through all these fuckers and walk all over these people and then expect people to like you.
I mean, it doesn't.
He's gonna get
matter.
shit on.
He went to Colorado, made them unload the Brinks truck on a new locker room and everything else, and in 2 years he's gonna be out of there, and they're gonna be a shitty football team.
What the fuck are we doing? We got fucking 57 white guys who are from a 6-mile vicinity playing on our football team, and they're sitting here in a warm tub playing video games. When they like, what the fuck are we doing? There will be no high quality athletes in that locker room.
Cincinnati
Bengals?
Bengals. So besides, Jamar, you got Tyler Boyd and T. Higgins both wanting the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've talked plenty of teams that need receivers or landing spots for free agent receivers or receivers looking for. I mean, shit, we still don't know where Brandon Ayuk is going to play next year.
Mm-hmm.
But what? I'm not going to say every receiver, but like 2 of the top receivers besides Jamar Chase on the Bengals playing with, one of, the better quarterbacks in the league. Why? Like, what do you, it's hard to believe that, like, at the same exact time, both of them, like, it's like some type of business thing or like a money thing. Like,
yeah.
Because, I don't know. I don't recall us last year being like, "Yo, this is the year Tyler Boyd or T. Higgins." They broke out. Like, they're gonna go get a bag somewhere. Like,
no, I mean they're 2 like pretty decent receivers. You go look, they've got a star and then 2 guys who can hold their own.
Yeah, they're great.
Nothing pointed to, hey, like they deserve to be a wide receiver 1 on another team.
They're great second and third options.
As they should be.
And then you got somebody with the talent of Joe Burrow throwing the ball, but it's like,
which is the talent of a dead donkey.
Okay, see, that's what I was going to ask.
I'm joking.
Like, do you think do you think there's a possibility that there was just, maybe receivers who are like fuck this. Like, I do not like playing with them. Because me personally,
to me, it's weird because he was giving all 3 of them love. And they were all 3 up. All 3 of them were up.
Okay, yeah, but
he could just throw the ball to Jamar.
could, but this isn't like a I don't know. This isn't like a Stefan. This is like a Bills situation
No.
where it's like maybe Josh is forcing the ball to Diggs and other receivers notice that and they're like, "Fuck this!" Like this is like no,
No.
like Burrow. I feel like use them appropriately,
Yeah.
and after a year where he missed half the fucking season or whatever,
Yeah.
and like I mean I don't know. It's just weird for me to not think that your wide receiver 2 and 3 don't have like confidence in their quarterback coming back next year. They get to play on the field with Jamar Chase, making it way easier for them to get looks and get open. I mean, it's just why I don't know why fuck up what you have going right now, like what you're
Yeah.
building. Like Cincinnati's a team right now where
I don't see them going anywhere and making more money.
no,
Do they want to play more?
I
I mean,
mean
they play enough. They're on a good team.
they can go make more money on a like way better team, I guess.
Washington.
Sure.
But I don't see any point in a shitty team like us getting a Tyler Boyd or a T Higgins. Maybe T Higgins, not a Tyler Boyd, but maybe I don't know. It seems weird.
It's like I'd probably Tyler Boyd over T Higgins, but I mean, it's just I
I
don't
don't
know.
know who's better. I don't think I care.
It just made me start to think like, is there a chance like motherfuckers just might not like playing with Joe Burrow? And it's like I don't think so, but I know you have your weird ass takes.
I've
About
had
Burrow.
my aversions to the weirdo who sleeps in a Star Wars bed.
Does he sleep in a Star Wars bed?
He has a Star Wars themed room in his parents' house. That's where he was living when he got drafted or something. I don't know. Weird. Star Wars sheets or something. Yeah, but you're a grown ass man. You don't sleep on sheets.
Oh, like his sheets. I don't. Okay, I don't think Joe.
You
Burrow
sleep on
still,
sheets with men's faces?
I don't think Joe Burrow still sleeps in his Star Wars bed.
No, I hope not. Whatever. I'm just talking shit. I'm being a dick.
I know. Can we? You
I'm
want to
being
talk
dumb.
about another quarterback?
Joe Flacco.
I've had this prompt for probably 2 or 3 weeks now.
Well, why does nobody trust Gardner Minshew? Is that an easy question?
I guess the Raiders do.
No, everyone keeps saying they need a quarterback.
I mean, there's a lot of teams that need a quarterback.
Yeah, I say let Minshew have it. Let him do his thing.
Well, I think the Raiders going out of their way where they signed to a 2-year deal. I mean, I think they're making it pretty obvious. Like, no, we want you. Like, we think you're good enough to be a starting quarterback.
And then ESPN goes, "Oh, well, we got this fucking weirdo with a mustache. We need a quarterback. They need a quarterback. The Raiders need a quarterback."
Yeah, no, I think Gardner Minshew. I think by teams he is trusted. Like it seems like he's been doing enough to where teams are like, all right, I'll give you a chance. Like here you go eat.
Yeah.
Here's a question: if healthy, because look, we shit on him a lot. We just roll over any topic about him. We just
Has anyone shunned on him?
I don't know yet.
No.
But I will say, if he's healthy, I will ask, if he's healthy, how good can Anthony Richardson be?
Yes.
How good can he be?
6-11.
So I went back, I looked, so his last year at Florida, his only full season as a starter.
Yeah.
2000.
Because he was still flipping with Emery before then, right?
He was, it was his only full season. 2,549 passing yards, 17 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 54 completion percentage. He ran for 654 yards, averaged 6.3 yards per carry, and had 9 rushing touchdowns. He had 1 SEC win with 200 or more passing yards. The only other win he had with 200 or more passing yards was versus Eastern Washington.
Nice.
That's the biggest sample size you have for Anthony Richardson, his last season at Florida. Because
a mild season when you guys went, what? 6 and
what, 2
7?
years ago? 6 and 6?
Last year?
No, not last
2
year.
years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago.
6
Yeah,
and 6, 7. I don't remember what the fuck we went. I know
5
we
and 7.
sucked. I know he
It was bad.
sucked. He did not play in that Pro Bowl
It
or
was
in
bad.
that ball game. But
No.
my Anthony Richardson is so fucking weird to me. It's like I thought there was a time where I thought I was gonna get probably another year out of him at
Yeah.
Florida. Like I
Yeah.
was like, there's no way he's ready for the league.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even like on some it was obviously on some skill shit, but it was also like, bro, like you
He
spent
had no PT.
like PT, no experience, and like you had like you played a full year, but you were still dealing with like bro does not
Yes.
know how to stay healthy.
No.
I just don't know what it is.
Still doesn't.
He does not know how to stay healthy, and
He had 2 concussions and then a shoulder injury in his first 3 games.
yeah, and that's the thing with his lack of experience and injury history, the window of opportunity, or how long he's going to be given the chance to be the guy for Indianapolis, be
Yeah.
the franchise quarterback for the Colts. I mean,
I honestly think unless this season is pretty decent, that leash might be pretty short.
I think it's already short, but I say it stays short as long as the expectations do too. Like I know these guys are expected to come out firing, but it's like you got to accept at some point that it's like your quarterback spent his whole rookie season basically rehabbing.
Yeah.
He's like I'm getting reports that like Anthony Richardson is like, set to throw. Like bro is just now
Yeah, it
is. He's just now
4
about
months
to get
before
to
the season starts.
he's just now about to get into shit.
Yeah.
I just don't like if like to me the Colts have to start. They got to keep adding pieces, keep him healthy, and really got to spend the next like 2 seasons with as little expectation as possible.
Really?
I mean, if you to me,
I think one season, this next season, with little expectation. The season after that, that's when he needs to prove something. I don't think you can have him play another season after that. I think a year from now, there needs to be an expectation to make the playoffs.
When I say zero expectation, I mean finishing the season,
sure,
without any long injuries or injuries causing you to miss games.
It may be a decent record.
Like it's like you don't even like, bro. Go 8-9.
Yeah.
Go 7-10.
Yeah.
Whatever. If you do that,
it's not 4-12.
But see, if he does that 2 years in a row, you're in that middle ground where it's like, what are we doing here? That's why I'm saying like there's probably a 2-year. But for me, it's more of just giving him those reps, getting that experience in. Like
because he is a freak athlete.
Yeah, and
but he just hasn't played that much competitive football
consistently.
Exactly.
Like obviously, like bro, he played SEC football. He was drafted in the first fucking round. Like he's obviously
he's a top 5 draft pick.
The potential is there.
Yeah.
But you need the reps. You need the consistency. Like I said, he spent the whole offseason rehabbing the whole season, rookie season.
The whole season and offseason rehabbing.
His damn shoulder. He can't throw. Like he can't even throw off the field. Like Aaron Rodgers has gotten more reps in since his injury than
Of course.
Anthony
Richardson
has.
Lower body, can throw.
Okay. He was like, what? Not even a month off of tearing his Achilles and was in a boot.
He was in a boot, yucking balls, dude.
Just.
Now, I'm not a doctor. Maybe that's smart. I don't know. He said he was talking to the right doctors.
I didn't know Aaron Rodgers went to doctors. I thought he just like
they were from Wish.com.
I think he just
from Temu.
I thought he just bought like a Ouija board and like just.
He said, "Fix my knee." Just kidding. It's my ankle. Just kidding. I don't know what that thing is on my leg.
But you got to keep some pieces around AR. Give him a good squad. Keep him healthy. And
what's T.Y. Hilton doing nowadays?
T.Y. Hilton right now, if I had to guess what T.Y. Hilton is doing right now. T.Y. Hilton is probably not doing much. Honestly, he's probably not doing much. He's probably chilling.
I would bet he's in a men's softball league.
I'm sure the NFL money is treating him
Decent. It's pretty good.
perfectly. I'm sure the NFL money is treating him perfectly fine.
Better than doing what some other guys were doing.
But I think, is that's all I really got for Anthony Richardson. It's like, like I said,
He's got potential.
The biggest thing is reps and experience is what I think he needs.
The biggest thing is, hey, we might need to see this guy out on the field because by this point we're supposed to have a full season of AR.
Mm-hmm.
AR, no more number after that. AR5. AR5.
And all this season did was give Gardner Minshew a starting job somewhere else.
So, good job, Anthony Richardson.
But like that's the thing. Okay, there's the expectations. You got to play good enough. You got to play at least as good as a journeyman that played good enough to get a starting spot somewhere else.
Exactly.
That's
like you have to play good enough to where at worst you can go play for another team.
Like at worst a team would look at you and be like,
we can use that.
Fuck it. Like, you know what I mean?
Like,
you gotta be at least that good. I mean, it's not a high bar, but you gotta at least be on the field to try. You know what I mean? And I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if he will be. But
I hope. I think it'd be fun.
I mean, we predicted all the playoffs, all the first round playoffs. We talked.
We can predict the whole playoffs.
We could, but not tonight, not today.
Chiefs are winning.
All of the playing games. The play-ins are over with. When this episode is out, this episode's coming out the same day the NBA playoffs are starting. The NBA playoffs, as this is out, NBA playoffs have already started, which means next episode we're already going to be talking some game ones. We're going to be watching some games, reacting to games while I'd say the next month or two. I mean, we're going to be talking a lot of NBA playoffs.
I don't know when they end or when they're supposed to end, but their series are long because it's like every fucking 3 days we're playing a game.
Every fucking day we're going to have basketball for a while. So we'll have a lot of playoffs to talk. We'll have a lot of basketball to be watching while recording. I mean,
as long as it's not women's ball.
What is stop?
I'll watch it.
Golly. I mean, why?
I mean, we keep talking about it. Angel Reese got drafted 7th. All the other girls who got drafted, no one knows their fucking name.
I don't have a negative.
So it is no longer a contest of who's good at basketball. It's a contest of who's famous on TikTok.
I don't have a negative. I don't have a negative or a positive opinion.
Don't be neutral. This is polarizing business.
I'm saying when you said Angel Reese got drafted 7, it was like my brain went okay. Like I don't care.
Neither do I. No one does.
That's what I'm saying.
Nobody
I'm just saying,
cares.
You're like, I'm not watching women's basketball. It's like I'm sure people assume that, and that's fine.
Oh, that's true. Do I not have to tell anybody anymore?
I don't think you have to make that super clear.
I know, but I enjoy making it clear because people think that when we're talking about basketball, we're talking about W basketball.
See, that's the thing. I don't think anybody is. I don't think anybody thinks we're. I don't think there's a single person that is watching this is thinking, you think they're talking about the NBA or the WNBA?
That's like looking at someone and saying hey, you probably like Hillary Clinton. Fuck. That might be Shane Gillis' joke. I don't know. Now his was Biden.
But we talked all the plans. We talked Adam Silver being an idiot, Robert Kraft being a little sneaky bitch. J.K. Dobbins, not just kidding. Deion Sanders, wide receivers apparently not fucking with Joe Burrow. Anthony Richardson. Devin, is there anything else? I mean, baseball. Is there anything in your sports world that I have nothing to do with, or is it time to get out of here?
It's early in the baseball season. Yeah, like I said, golf happened. Golf sucks.
Golf's over. Or is it over? Or does it start right? Does it start right back up? How does
it starts after the Masters.
So how does golf work?
The Masters is the beginning of the season, technically.
Wait. I guess before we leave, you're gonna explain this golf shit to me. So you're
Yeah,
telling me,
Masters in April.
wait. So what's the most important one?
Well, there's 4 every year. The
Okay.
most important one is the Masters.
So
That's the biggest one.
so this would be like having the Super Bowl week 1.
Kinda, but it's like if you
The season ended after the AFC and NFC championship games, and started with the Super Bowl.
it's like if you had an AFC and NFC championship game. But the round before that, the divisional series, or the championship game, whatever. And you had that 4 separate times throughout the summer and spring. Yeah, I don't know. It's
but the Masters is the Super Bowl.
sure. They're major events. That's what they're called.
But what's the most major?
The Masters. That's just the most like grandiose. That's the coolest
I thought
one
that
to
was
win.
like the end. Like that'd be the end of golf.
No, the Masters is the beginning. So they actually move around when these majors are played. But this is how you kind of figure out who's the best at golf, because it's the best players in the world playing on one field.
Man, this golf shit just.
Well, right now it's the Masters, PGA Championship, British Open, U.S. Open.
See, like all
end
that,
of summer.
That's so much. Like
golf sucks.
All that. Well, you're the golfer.
It's fun to play, not to eat.
I'm not the golfer. You're the golfer. But with all that being said,
the whole world's a golf.
We talked NBA.
What am I talking about?
We talked the NBA. We talked the NFL. We got NBA playoffs to look forward to. I think it's time to get out of here.
Yeah.
We'll be back on Tuesday to talk, obviously, a lot more NBA playoffs. Maybe some more sneaky shit going on in the NFL. I really don't know.
Maybe. I mean, what else is there going on in the NFL other
than sneaky shit?
Salty hand jobs.
I don't know. But
that's not the title, is it?
That's I don't. Yeah, no, I don't think.
Is that legal to have titled?
Not on YouTube. But with all that being said, brand new episodes every Saturday and Tuesday. We'll be back on Tuesday. It has been me. It has been Devin. It has been real. We are out.
Bye.